Have you ever killed someone? Because whoever made this shit definitely has. When it comes to single player content in racing games, you could say that we're in kind of a drought that spans the whole genre. At the same time, though, I've barely played any Need for Speed or Burnout, so I ain't exactly qualified here. So, just bear with me and make fun of me in the comments. We'll get to the good stuff later, alright? Half of the fun for me comes with unlocking stuff with good scores, like, in your rodeos with Mario Kart. There's also, of course, the crackheadery that is time trials. I hope at least one of you Mario Kart Wii psychos are watching, because that was a shout out to you. Other times you get like a cool adventure mode that we never really let go of, like in Crash Team Racing and Diddy Kong Racing. All some really good stuff. Might as well throw in the Mario Kart DS missions, which had boss fights sometimes, which, I was a fan of as a kid. Most of the single player stuff, though, serves to put players into unique situations using the game's mechanics in a way that you just couldn't do with a classic 3-lap structure and regular race. F-Zero GX is sadistic, but fun as hell.
Harry. Yep.
What? No, I have to boost!
We were talking about single player over there for a bit because that's where most of the stuff that you can find in F-Zero GX comes from. Let's just get it out the way. The multiplayer isn't really much to write home about. It's amazing that it can run, don't get me wrong, like, come on, look at this game. But we can't even play with the computer players that normally litter the racetrack. And that's accounting for like 30 racers as opposed to our 4 max that we could get. Racing in this game is fun as hell because of just how visceral it feels to control. This is helped by these extreme visuals. Gravity just kind of dunks the cars down as they land with a force where you just gotta recuperate to stay in the lead. The tracks often do not give a flying fuck about you, and they'll toss you this way and that way. Your car's a goddamn battering ram that you can spin out into other vehicles or hit a sidestep to bash other racers. There's also this looming threat of how fragile everything really is as you keep an eye on your health bar, gauging when and where you should be boosting. Then on multiplayer, it feels kinda lonely not having anyone to bump into. And normally you'd get very minor interaction with other racers due to how empty the track kinda becomes. It's a little sad. Luckily in 2024, I wish you good luck on trying to find anyone willing to play this with you because, just gonna get disappointed already. Now the meat and potatoes in this game are the single player offerings. There's a whole lot of stuff to unlock and the game generally wants you to keep playing. Everything including chapters of the story mode are locked behind these tickets. And I know what you're thinking. Oh great, a fucking grind fest. But I'd still implore you to give it a shot. This isn't modern gaming, alright? The work that you gotta put in for these tickets makes the grind fun as hell. If you're not a winner, no tickets for you, buddy. Start over. You gotta kinda be in the mood for this game because you're not allowed to blink if you want your place on that winner's podium by the end of the Grand Prix.
Wait, can I TP over? No. No.
Holy shit, this game is fucking awesome.
Shit, just trying to grind tickets when I had to often would leave me tearing up. If you walked in on me playing this, you'd think I'd been suffering through some sort of tragedy or some shit. But isn't that sort of the fun of it all? Just the nice struggle that you get with a game as you get better. The fact that it never really lets you take it easy is also a huge plus to me. The scenarios in the story mode have all driven me to my wits' ends at times. Like here where you gotta maintain above a certain speed as the track constantly fucks you. Like getting caught by this dirt trap, I'm sorry, I just can't let this one go. It just had me messed up. Or over here where you're lining up against all these closing doors under a time limit. I swear, a lot of my time with F-Zero GX where I wasn't pulling my hair out was spent just doing Hungry Box impressions every time I'd get to clinch out a small victory.
I win here, right? Yes! Fuck yeah! Suck my dick! Yes!
While it certainly takes a good amount of skill that you build up while playing, this game also does have its bullshit parts. I'm looking specifically at Mission 7, where if you do not kill Black Shadow and Blood Falcon, they'll magically rubber band their asses to first and second place at speeds never before seen. The wins on here are still rewarding as hell though. As for the story, I'm more so drawn to having some sort of end goal in the game because it really isn't anything to write home about. I appreciate that these cutscenes exist and all that, but they're all just kind of here for some cheap thrills, and they do their job, I guess. I love how Falcon changes so quickly from surprised to cocky, as if he's faking his surprises every time that he sees a villain. Like for the last mission, he's getting trolled by these guys calling themselves the creators, and he shows fear for like 0.3 seconds before saying, "Fuck you, I got this." Getting back to the end goal though, this game is fucking insane because just doing the story on normal mode had me going bananas, but now I'm hearing that there's a hard and very hard. I didn't even see very hard yet. I don't want to think about that. Nightmare fuel. This game definitely is one of those games you want to master, and that's awesome. The soundtrack here definitely slaps. There's a lot of fitting music for this fast-ass racing, you know? Brawl, the one with the best soundtrack, didn't even bother remixing most of these because they were that good. At least I tell myself that, but shit, I believe it. You could tell there was a whole lot of love thrown into this game. A good chunk of the soundtrack is also hidden behind the pilot profiles that give you a synopsis of what the characters in the game are all about while their backing track plays. Black Shadow has a banger of a song. And for the credits, we get this very cheesy song about how epic Captain Falcon is and how cool he is. And you know, a lot of this stuff is just cool that it's there in the first place. If you really want a racing game to rage at, I'd say give F-Zero GX a shot. Don't be ashamed if you have to take some breaks along the way, because Lord knows I did. But getting through it and seeing what it has to offer gave me a very fun and frustrating time, you know? This game is one of those that builds character, and it looks cool as fuck while doing so. Let's go racing.